Johnny Walker has just fraud-checked Mingyang in China by stopping him in the second round, and nobody's seen this coming. I don't want anyone to be in the comments now saying, ha, you didn't pick Johnny Walker? You're a casual. Nobody was picking Johnny Walker to win this matchup, with good reason as well. I mean, Mingyang had all the attributes to beat someone like a Johnny Walker, mainly being he's a big puncher and Johnny Walker has a dog shit chin. That was the reasoning for picking Mingyang to beat Johnny Walker. And that's the reason for picking against Johnny Walker every single time. And 9 times out of 10, you are right. If someone has punch power, they're knocking this guy out. Just quickly, the setup does look a bit different. I'm currently out in Dubai. I am not at home, so that's why quality and etc. is a bit different. But back to the card. Johnny Walker was on some Hamzat Chimaev type shit in there. He shot quite possibly one of the worst takedowns I've ever seen. It's up there with Leon Edwards shooting a takedown on Sean Brady after being out-grappled for a majority of the fight. It was that type of bad. He shoots the takedown, instantly gives up position. At that point, I thought the fight was over. I thought Mingyang was going to posture up, land those elbows that he's known for, and put Johnny Walker away. But no, Johnny Walker done a really good job of staying tight, chest to chest with Mingyang, and just keeping close to him. And then they end up getting back to the feet. Mingyang landed some good shots. He landed a good elbow around the back of the ear of Johnny Walker, a perfectly legal shot. But Johnny Walker looked petrified to be on the feet with Mingyang in there. The guy looked scared. Like, Johnny Walker wanted no business of Mingyang on the feet at all. Round 1 ends. Both guys look a good bit visibly gassing. They look like they are gassing. Obviously, they're light heavyweights. They've done a good bit of grappling there. It was a fairly fast-paced first round. Nothing crazy, but at a decent pace. Second round starts. Johnny Walker lands 2 leg kicks on Mingyang in a row, and the guy fucking crumbles. By what the hell, by? Have you never been leg kicked before? Now, I'm not saying Johnny Walker doesn't leg kick hard, and I know he landed some leg kicks in round 1, but it was 2 back-to-back leg kicks, and Mingyang crumpled. Also, Mark Goddard clearly had Mingyang to win in his parlay, because he gets leg kicked twice, falls to his back, visibly in pain, like visibly, like it's like he's kind of like just submitted. He's kind of just like, I've lost here, my leg's fucked, lay on his back. Johnny Walker ends up hitting him with the landing some vicious ground and pound on him. Could have been stopped a lot earlier. I mean, Mark Goddard has stopped title fights earlier than that. What the hell? But nonetheless, Johnny Walker gets the win over Mingyang. Another prospect that we thought was going to become good turns out to be dog shit. Will he come back? They'll probably feed him some can outside of the rankings. But nah, Mingyang's never touching the belt. He's never touching top 5. He'd be lucky to touch top 10, in my opinion. Moving on, co-main event, Aljamain Sterling, Bomba schools Brian Ortega on the feet. Not even close. This was a 5-round fight. Don't know why it needed to be 5 rounds. It didn't, in my opinion. But Brian Ortega was the one that wanted the 5 rounds. Even though Aljamain Sterling said he didn't feel like he needed it. Bear in mind, this is Aljamain Sterling, former multiple title defenses champion, bantamweight champion. But they're choosing what Brian Ortega wants over Aljamain Sterling. Are we fucking... Yo, what are we smoking right now? Why does Ortega have that pull? Anyway, Brian Ortega misses weight, weighs in at 153 pounds. Fight starts. Aljamain Sterling striking, especially early on. What is the stance? The guy's like this. The guy's stance is so weird on the feet. I'm a big Aljamain Sterling fan. I wanted him to win this fight. I did pick Brian Ortega purely because I thought there wouldn't be much grappling in this fight, which was true. And I just thought Brian Ortega was a better boxer than what Aljamain Sterling was. And as the fight goes on, which we've seen in this fight, Aljamain Sterling does just kind of come out of that defensive shell. You know, like he had that shell early on. And then as the fight goes on, you see his hands drop, his chin gets even higher in the air, and he's there to be hit. And I just thought Brian Ortega would catch him. Thankfully, he didn't, though. Aljamain Sterling striking masterclass. Let's just be honest. What I want to talk about though, the commentary in this fight. Aljamain's not the commentary and the refereeing in this fight. Aljamain Sterling is the most disrespected fighter ever in the UFC. Michael Bisping needs to shut the fuck up. What was he commentating on in that fight? Like there was no praise towards Aljamain Sterling, who is schooling Brian Ortega, piecing him up. It's more on the lines of, but Brian Ortega's not active. Brian Ortega's not active. If Brian Ortega throws more, no, Aljamain Sterling's just putting on a shut-out striking performance. Shut the fuck up talking about Brian Ortega. Then we get into, because there's not really much to talk about the fight. He landed a nice spinning elbow, but it was one-way traffic. Get to round 5, I believe. Aljamain Sterling visibly gassing, gets caught by Brian Ortega with a shot, gets on his bike, starts to move around, starts to move around the cage. And then Herb Dean stops and says, stop running. The guy's rocked. He's won every single round up to now. Clinical performance. And you want him to basically stay in the pocket with Brian Ortega, who's hurt him. So Herb Dean had Brian Ortega knockout on his parlay. Only logical answer. What the fuck was that refereeing? And no other fighter would get that treatment. None. None at all. Crazy. But nonetheless, Aljamain Sterling stays in there, gets the win. Also, another thing, they're going to Aljamain Sterling as soon as he gets the takedown. Right, work. Where was this for fucking Hamzat Chimaev? I actually fucking hate the difference they make in these fighters. Anyway, Aljo wins, calls out Volkanovski. He's coming off a win over Ortega. Fight before that he lost to Movsar, very close fight. I say they're doing their own versus Volk next. Pretty much confirmed. Fuck it. Let's do Yair Aljo. Book it pretty soon. Pretty quickish. I would say maybe put that on the November MSG card. Aljo's from New York. I know he lives in Vegas. He's from New York. He wants to fight in MSG, he said before. Put that fight together. Yair's not fighting for the title now. We know it's Lerone. Movsar, I think you pair him up with the winner of Gene Silva, Diego Lopez. And now you've got a nice flow of contenders in the featherweight division. Moving on, feature fight. Sergey Pavlovich, Tom Aspinall beat the fighter out of him. Might have been Volkov maybe. Volkov beat the living piss out of him as well. He's so patient now. Start throwing shit, please. And Waldo Cortez Acosta let that fight go. Honestly, see if he had just stuck at range, poking with the jab and threw low kicks, he would have beaten Sergey Pavlovich. He would have. Now, he did try and knock him out with a headbutt in there. But Waldo Cortez Acosta, good chin on him as well. But yeah, shit fight, really what? I mean, there were some fun exchanges, but on the most part, it was pretty ass. Waldo Cortez Acosta, I thought could have won that fight. Sergey Pavlovich wins though. What's next for him? Probably the loser of Aspinall Gan, unless you can get a Tybura or you get a Spivak in a quick concession, because he didn't take much damage in there. So if you're Pavlovich, ideally get in there and try and get another win. Then you're on a 3-fight win streak. You're right back in the title contention. The other fight I want to talk about on the card, I'm trying to remember the card off the top of my head. Loney Kavanagh, yeah, that's another standout point. Loney Kavanagh looked awesome in the first round. Low kicks on point, striking on point. Charles Johnson is the prospect killer in 125 pounds. Good, really clinic first round for Loney Kavanagh. Looked really good. I thought going into the second round we were going to get much of the same. We end up getting the grappling exchanges. Loney Kavanagh ends up winning a lot of the grappling exchanges. Personally, after those grappling exchanges, and he got to his feet and you could see he was visibly tired, I would have liked to seen a bit more grappling like we've seen in his fight previous, because he does have good control when he gets his opponents down. Didn't see that though. He stayed on the feet, tried to shuffle around. Charles Johnson, really, really good game plan in the second round. He could see that Loney Kavanagh was gassing and fucking stuck it on him. Did not give him a chance to breathe in there and landed that really nice right hand, put him down, put him out. I don't think this is the end of Loney Kavanagh. I think he's definitely going to come back. Charles Johnson, can we have one fun prospect in the division? Obviously, look at Joshua Van, who Charles Johnson beat as well. He's fighting for the title. I think Loney Kavanagh will come good. I actually kind of like when prospects lose. That sounds bad, but you know what I mean? Like, I like when they lose, to gain this experience, because Loney Kavanagh's going to come back so much better.
he knows what he needs to work on now. So we're going to get a better version of him. But yeah, overall, I can't really think of anything else that stood out to me on the card, really. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you all again in the next one.